Hey Collective and Soul Tribe, this is an extra video that I'm going to do for tarot messages because I did say something about feeling called to do another tarot reading before I get through all my readings for you guys for just today. Now, I'm going to see what the messages show up, so don't be mad if this video is longer than usual because I'm literally trying to get down to the nitty-gritty for whoever this message resonates for, okay? And I hope you guys appreciate this because I don't know, there's something going on in the energy, and I said I would make a post on my story about nostalgia and people that are coming back from the past, which is so interesting because I did mention this in my readings, and then something happened for me yesterday where I'm just like, oh brother. When I tell you I love to be like in my own solitude, I hate drama, I hate mess, I hate when people call me and tell me about certain things that have nothing to do with me. I mean, even if it does have a little bit to do with me, I don't care. Like right now I'm in a place right now in my life where I'm just focusing on certain things that matter to me, and I'm trying to grow certain things at this time. And I'm not talking about just my business, I'm talking about other things too in life. So right now I'm kind of focused on things that are personal for me, not really about what other people got going on, okay? So anyways, let's see what you guys need to know with this extra message or reading. Angel number 123 is significant, okay? So Spirit, what extra messages do you have for the collective at this time? What extra messages do you have for the collective at this time when it comes to the energy? Okay, what do they need to know at this moment? Thank you, Spirit. So yeah, I just said something about drama and stuff like that, okay? Literally, you guys are making steps, okay, to move forward. This is about planning with the Two of Wands, okay? Mars in Aries is significant, so this is about planning, decision-making. Partnerships are significant in financial planning, okay? You're very much ready to take the next steps in your path, in your journey. This is about you being in preparation when it comes to like early stages of confirmation with the horn, early stages of a project or some type of venture that you guys are doing right now with you being grounded. So like I said, it's very funny how I just said that I'm focusing on working towards my personal goals and dreams with butterflies that are significant too. And it's almost like you guys are dealing with certain circumstances where people are focusing on the wrong things right now while you're trying to ground yourself and focus yourself 2 3 4 on the timer when it comes to your path and what you guys are building. Okay, we have Five of Wands energy. Okay, so there's something about conflict. Okay, conflict, competition. Okay, people trying to compete where they don't compare. Okay, arguments as well is significant with creativity. So even if this is not like you creating art or creating a project, like I said, it could be that. But even if it's not that, this could be as something so simple like as in the workplace. Like somebody could be mad at your work ethics and it's like they could have been trying to compete with you when in actuality, instead of competing with you, they should have worked with you. Okay, so again, you guys are somebody who, you know, when it comes to competition and conflict, it's like even if you are facing certain things with rivals, you're still standing basically when it comes to your goals, okay? But you could be dealing with people standing in the way of your goals while you're trying to plan and make forth of your, you know, your progressions. And that's the reason why with Saturn in Leo, there's something about Saturn retrograde that's very significant when it comes to certain energies, okay? Whether this is Saturn in Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, it doesn't matter, okay? Saturn energy with karma, discipline, okay, responsibilities, things like that is very significant. And again, with the number 5, this is about self-expression. You're dealing with certain people where it's like literally clashes of ego, but not like in a bad sense where you're egotistical. It's like you're dealing with somebody in your energy that's more stubborn than you. Like imagine you knowing that you're stubborn, but you're stubborn in the best way possible, where it's like you don't stop until, you know, you figure something out, or you don't give up until you figure out how you're going to get through to the next step. This is about someone's ego, like this person being stubborn and not wanting to take heed or listen, especially when the universe is doing certain things to them to show them like, hey, stop messing with the collective. But they don't care. They would rather continuously antagonize your energy. So there's something about you being in an energy, or you were in an energy with people where people were trying to stop you, 444, but some way, somehow, whatever structure or stability or foundation you're building, it's being protected at this time. We have Sun in Aries, okay? So this is about you guys with the Three of Wands. Okay, this is about progress, exploration, okay, expansion and financial gain. Okay, you guys are progressing in your expansions, and there's something about your hard work paying off when it comes to you starting to see certain results at this moment. Okay, whatever this energy is, there's something about your confidence and growth and you having foresight when it comes to you looking ahead. So like I said, it's like you're not looking back, you're looking forward, and you have other people in your energy. Instead of them looking forward as well, they're just looking back, and you're wondering why people are starting to do certain things in your energy at this time. So some of you guys are protecting your energy too when it comes to like what you're creating. Okay, we have King of Cups energy, okay, when it comes to you guys, right? King of Cups energy when it comes to this energy of you being wise, okay, balance. And there's like a little squirrel looking at me, okay? Let me just put this up for a second. But yeah, you being wise, you being balanced, okay, devoted. For some of you guys, this is about you being an advisor. So again, I was talking about you guys when it comes to like your path and what you're focusing on. It's like you guys are focusing on your path, and you guys are focusing on basically what you're building at this time, your future. Okay, you're dealing with people around you right now where it's like, instead of them focusing on their future, like I said, in their own path, it's almost like they're focusing basically on the wrong things. Okay, so definitely take whatever resonates with that when it comes to dealing with people, places, and things. But there is something about your energy where it's like you're dealing with people where it's like they're so fixated on your life, okay, when literally their life is going down or their life is in turmoil. So projection is very significant, okay, with you guys. You guys are actually focusing on your business. For some of you guys are counselors, healers, therapists, okay, healing professions are significant with the number 14. But there is something about what you guys are doing when it comes to like your emotional intelligence. Somebody could be also watching you from the sidelines where it's like they see that you're very wise and diplomatic. They also see that you're very devoted as somebody who is very good at giving advice or giving people like encouragement, okay, on their path. Even when it comes to like emotional balance, there's something about that, you being in control emotionally, okay, you also being able to navigate when it comes to difficult situations with grace and wisdom. So it's like you learn as you go along, but then you also teach other people because of the choices that you make. You're able to see through the illusions with the 7 of Cups, okay, focusing on clarity and discernment. Like I said, you're able to see certain things with your creativity and vision. Seers are very significant. Prophets, okay, prophecies are significant, but there's something about dreams as well, all right? But there's something about Venus and Scorpio in the 7th house. So this talks about close partnerships, business, you know, romantic situations, whatever it is that you guys are dealing with. Like I said, there is something about your energy where it's like you're in this reality of seeing through people's illusions, seeing through people's nonsense, their crap, their BS, okay? Take whatever resonates. There's something about this energy, like I said, where it's like people who were fixated on wearing a mask and pretending that they could get away with so much nonsense. It's like now the truth is starting to come out. Now the truth is starting to be exposed, okay? Somebody could be being exposed for the fact that they thought that they were going to get away with whatever energy this is. And because this person is actually being exposed, it's like someone being naked at this time. Like, you know, when you like feel like you don't have any clothes on and everybody can see like all of your bits and pieces, and you're just like, oh my god, no. Okay, that's the energy that I'm picking up right now. It's like there's something about someone feeling exposed to the naked eye. So even when they were trying to hide behind other people, other authorities, other people who had like more power, okay, in the situation, all of that is like crumbling down, and the truth is starting to get exposed. It's like somebody controlling a company or like a management, and they don't even know their job either, but then they want to let go people, or they want to treat their staff basically like crap. It's almost like that energy. But then say for example their staff leaves, they have to like hire a new group of people. So instead of just keeping your staff and treating them with respect and dignity and paying them what they're worth, you would rather go through a very rotational, I call it a revolting door, okay? You would rather go through a revolting door where new people constantly come in, they realize the environment is toxic, then they leave, and then you're back to square one. That's the analogy or example that I'm picking up here for some of you guys, and that's why this message could be resonating for some of you guys because of this, okay? Yeah, Four of Pentacles, Sun in Capricorn. You releasing any attachments to any possessions is significant, and trusting in the abundances of the universe. So definitely there's something about dealing with someone who's a hoarder. And I said this the other day as well, okay? There's also this energy where some of you guys, when it comes to stability, your boundaries are very significant and you have a guardedness about you right now. And the reason why you guys are guarded at this time is because you are somebody who is very generous. You are giving, but when it comes to spending and also, you know, basically giving when it comes to like your spending, right? There's something about this where you guys are now in control. Okay, some of you guys could be holding onto something. Now, if this is not you, like I said, this is something about someone else in your energy holding on to something. Somebody could be holding on to something that you guys did for them. Somebody could be holding on to the past as well. Okay, and like I said, when it comes to the fourth house, you guys are releasing that. So if this is a matters of a foundation or home, you guys are releasing that and letting go. Okay, there's something about like getting rid of things, like I said, that no longer serves you, so that you can clear out your path for whatever new beginning is showing up. And like I said, even when it comes to like your boundaries, right, you guys are protecting yourself, right? And again, this is whether it is material or possessions or emotional attachments. You guys are protecting yourself. You guys are releasing any emotional attachments that you have to certain things, okay? And you guys are letting go, okay? This is why this hoarding energy is showing up, because you could have someone in your energy that's hoarding emotions about you, and because you're spiritually inclined to feel things, like you're very sensitive to the energy, you're picking up on this person's energy. And it's almost like even if you don't speak to this person anymore, you are aware and you know, okay, you know what's going on when it comes to this individual or this group of people or this entity, okay? So definitely take whatever resonates with that too. But again, there's something about you releasing any attachments or anything that's confining you from, you know, feeling like you can be free. Yeah, whoever this energy is, I'm telling you, Nine of Swords, Eight of Swords, Nine of Pentacles, and the Moon, okay? You release whoever this energy is, okay? Mars and Gemini, you definitely release this. You guys are literally in recovery right now because you were dealing with somebody in your energy where you couldn't sleep, you couldn't eat, you couldn't maybe go to work, you couldn't function. And whatever this energy is that they tried to portray onto you, it's coming back to them tenfold, okay? 12:43 on the timer, so 1, 2, 3, 4 is significant. Mirrored numbers. There's something about your progress. Someone tried to stop your progress. You were doing something, and it's almost like someone tried to get in the way of that progression that you had. And then for some reason, now this person is receiving whatever it is that they were trying to project onto you. Now they're receiving like nightmares, okay? Now they're receiving this thing where they're at their breaking point, okay? There's something about this energy, like I said, where, you know, they feel like they're in isolation now. They're the ones that are alone. They're the ones that don't have anybody. And you're in recovery, okay? You're coping, okay? You're the one that's actually facing life when it comes to dealing with certain things. Whether people respect it or not, you're handling your business with or without help, okay, guys? So definitely take whatever resonates with this, but somebody in your energy was trying to make you anxious and make you feel victimized and trapped, okay, with the Eight of Swords. And again, with Jupiter and Gemini, again, there's something about your luck changing. So it's almost like somebody was trying to like keep you stuck and stagnant, put you in a box, okay? And you're somebody who cannot be in a box. It's almost like someone was trying to limit you and restrict you. And for some of you guys are breaking free from whatever limiting beliefs these people have, okay? There's always something about you finding a way out, okay? You always find a way out, and somebody could be saying that about you. Like, no matter what comes into your energy, you're always finding success. And with you, with the Nine of Pentacles, because you're somebody who's self-sufficient, because you're somebody who, you know, whether this is financial stability or not, it's like you enjoy the finer things in life. And so you are very good at being stable in your finances, whether you're working, you're not working, whether you're rich, you're not rich, it doesn't matter what you're dealing with. You will always find a way to find luxury in the little things in life, okay? And that is why people look at you sometimes and think that you have more than you do, because you wash your booty and you clean your hair, okay? You brush your teeth, okay? I just saw a monarch butterfly just now, okay? So regardless of if you're in a good season or a bad season, you still take care of yourself mentally, physically, and emotionally. And that's what bothers some people, because you know why? No offense to some people out there, but it's true. You could be by yourself with no friends, no family, no nothing. Even if you have family, it just feels like you're still alone. And you literally could have people out there who have a husband, a kid, and a wife, and a home, and a car, and this and that, and literally the whole work. And they're the ones still moaning and groaning and complaining and saying like, oh my God, life is so hard, when you're actually going through a lot. But because you take care of yourself and you try not to stress yourself out, it's almost like people don't realize that, you know, being mature is about you being able to understand that you can, you know, do certain things without certain people and still receive some type of respect or some type of love, okay, when it comes to that, okay, guys? And that is very significant for some of you with the Venus in Virgo. It's like, because you're someone who's very efficient in what you're doing, it's like the moon energy, like I said, your third eye is locking in. You guys are seeing through certain illusions, okay? You're seeing certain secrets being exposed. A lot of people that were trying to keep you confused and stagnant, it's like now they're confused and stagnant. And that is why I'm saying that what goes around comes around, okay? A lot of times people think that what they're doing is not going to come back to them, and unfortunately it does, okay? It does come back to them, all right? So whatever is in the dark comes to light. Whatever energy that's hidden that they thought that they were going to get away with, it's coming back to them. It's haunting them. Usually when people do things to the collective and they're like, oh, I miss the collective, is because it's their guilt. Okay, their guilty conscience is significant. Yeah, Knight of Cups. You follow your heart and trust your intuition. So if you feel like something is not right and it's not working, or it's just off, the energy is off, the vibe is off, you're leaving. You're leaving, you're not entertaining it, you're moving away from it, you're minding your business, you're just focusing on what you need to focus on, okay? Like I said, when it comes to art, creative pursuits, emotional expression, there's something about you when it comes to your energy. There's something about you being driven by your heart, but also inspired by beauty and creativity when it comes to like how you view life and the way that you show up, the choices that you make, okay? That is why you guys are able to see through the illusions. It's because you trust your intuition, but then you trust your intuition by viewing the world with beauty and love, regardless of what you're going through, or regardless of how, you know, people try to treat you or how people try to show up negatively in your life, okay? So it's almost like people thinking that they can control the narrative when it comes to you, but they can't control you. And the reason why they thought they can control you and they figured out that they couldn't is because they can't control themselves in their own lives, okay? So definitely take what resonates. Nine of Cups energy, like the reason why, again, that you guys are also being able to follow through with whatever this energy is, and the universe is working with you so well, is because you're grateful. You show gratitude, okay? You're grateful for the abundances and blessings in your life. Like I said, whether you have a lot or you don't, whether you have the most littlest or the most, it doesn't matter. There's something about wishes coming true, success, achievements, recognition, because of the fact that you're content with what you have at this time and you're grateful for what you do have. There's something about you achieving something when it comes to emotional and material satisfaction. And for some of you guys are feeling fulfilled at this time with ninth house energy, Jupiter in Pisces. So even when it comes to your dreams and your goals and things that you manifested in yourself, that is showing up as well, where you're very content where you are at this time. And it's showing up in this energy because, like I said, you guys are very grateful, okay? I always talk about being grateful for the food on the table, the roof over your head, the water the clean water that you're able to drink, okay, and bathe in, while there's other people out there who literally don't have anything, okay? And this is about people who do have family or friends. Doesn't matter who they have in their life, but there's something about this energy. So I'm gonna get a couple more cards and end this reading, because this one's a little bit longer than I expected, because I did say it was going to be long, but I really wanted to get down to the nitty gritty of what was really going on with the collective's energy and with past people's energy. Even though we don't talk about the past, it's almost like every few weeks, every few months or so, when the moon cycle decides to go into transition or any planetary changes happen, all of a sudden we have all these old energies resurfacing and coming back, these old feelings and, you know, all this stuff, okay, resurfacing. And it's like you guys are probably either going through it right now, passing with flying colors. Even if you don't pass with flying colors, it's like you still understand what's going on in the situation, so you're moving accordingly. Okay, yeah, 10 of Cups. All right. So again, wishes coming true. Your 10 of Cups is significant. It's funny how 9 of Cups and then right after the 10 of Cups, okay? Like I said, being grateful for the love and joy in your life. This is about fulfillment, emotional stability, okay? Domestic harmony within yourself. So home doesn't even have to be a physical home. It could be just home, okay, within yourself. Some of you guys are stepping into a new abundance when it comes to prosperity, but there is something about you being surrounded by love and joy and emotional fulfillment, whether this is family or a community that's very supportive of you at this time, okay? Spirit, give me one more card to end out this reading. I was going to end it there, but give me one more card to end out this reading, please. Okay, it's like you're so happy no matter what, regardless of what people think or say. Yeah, we have 2 of Swords, so yeah, definitely Moon in Libra when it comes to weighing your options and making a decision. There is some type of hidden information, but like I said, you're focusing on your happiness, okay, with this energy. You're focusing on your happiness, okay, when it comes to what is going on right now. You don't care if other people want you to be happy, if people see you happy or not. You don't care. You're focusing on your peace and tranquility, your happiness, what makes you happy, what brings you joy, okay, because right now you're going through a time in your life right now where, yeah, Queen of Wands energy, you're going through a time in your life right now where you're confident and charismatic right now, okay? You're somebody who's very vivacious with Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. You're stepping into leadership, okay, financial stability, creativity, and intuition. You're a natural leader for some of you, and you inspire others with your vision and creativity. So whatever this energy was with this hidden energy, somebody making you feel like you were making a difficult choice or trying to make you feel stuck like monkey in the middle, it's like you made the choice for them or you made the decision and you're like, you know what, how about I do you a favor? So if somebody was trying to embarrass you or trying to make you look like the fool, you gave them a better option and you just walked away, okay? You walked away, you never returned, and that's because you're confident in yourself, okay? You don't need nobody. Not to say that, you know, oh, I don't need nobody, I'm independent, not like that, okay? I mean, like, you don't need nobody to validate you or give you validation, but if somebody does want to validate you, hey, no problem, okay? High Priestess at the bottom of the deck, following your intuition, okay, and trusting that. And then we also have Page of Swords energy, young energy. Even, doesn't matter how old you are, you could have a youthfulness about you where you're very curious, you're witty, you're somebody who can, you know, spark up conversations. You're very mentally agile and aware, okay? We have the Fool as well, starting new beginnings and starting something new, okay? The Hangman, surrendering to the present moment of this new beginning that you guys are stepping into. And then we have the King of Wands, okay? The Lovers could be significant. Yeah, the Lovers. So again, there's something about the energy with the World. You're receiving right now, completion of cycles, okay? And then you have other people in the energy in the background who's like, they're at their last wit. Well, maybe if they treated you differently, maybe you would have still been around them to help them, okay? Because like I said, with 4 of Wands, you're focusing on your happiness, okay? Your community with your manifestations and what you're trying to build literally at this time. So yeah, for some of you guys could have dealt with 5 of Cups energy where people were, you know, biting more than what they could chew. And then you have the Empress here where you're the Empress at this time. It's like you're growing, you're growing, you're glowing, you're flowing, okay? You're moving with, you know, integrity and morals, whatever it is that you're doing right now. It's like there's a light glowing about you, where even in the universe, people can see that your energy has changed and shifted for the best, okay? And so because you guys are in this feeling of, you know, I want to say peace and tranquility. It's basically saying that it shows, okay? It's showing right now, and a lot of people right now that try to deny, you know, your peace and quiet, or deny what you were trying to say, it's like now they're starting to see what you were saying. And like I said, it's too late, okay? Because you're no longer in that energy. So definitely take what resonates with you guys. All right, guys, I'll see you guys in the next reading. I'm going to go home now and post these for you guys, so that you guys can get this for this afternoon, because I bet you it's almost... Oh, it's only 12 o'clock. I thought it was almost 1 o'clock. Okay, but definitely take what resonates, but I guess I'll see you next time. Love you guys, and definitely check out my story, because I'm going to post something about that. That might be a little bit long, because I'll probably kind of get a little, not a little bit too in-depth, but I'll just explain it to you guys, okay? When it comes to like nostalgia and stuff. But definitely take what resonates with you guys. All right, guys, I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next reading. And thank you for those who support me, watch my channel and things like that. I definitely appreciate you. And yeah, I'll definitely see you guys in the next reading. All right, guys, I love you so much, and have a wonderful day. Bye, guys.